Hello and welcome to the wrap-up of books 6 to 10 that I read in 2017. The sixth book I read this year was The Reptile Room by Lemony Snicket. This is the second book in a series of Unfortunate Events series, and I think so far I've read the first 4 books now? Yeah, I've read the first 4 books now, and so far this is definitely my favorite. I love Uncle Monty. The Baudelaire children have arrived at Uncle Monty's. If you don't know what the series is about, it's about 3 kids, Violet, Klaus and Sunny Baudelaire, and they lose their parents in a fire and they get to live with Count Olaf, who is a relative, and he is horrible to them and only wants their fortune. But in this one, they have moved houses and arrived at Uncle Monty's house, and it's called the Reptile Room because he has a lot of reptiles, a lot of snakes, and Uncle Monty is just amazing. Like, he really loves the children and wants to take care of them and do good things for them, and I love that. But of course, horrible things happen, and yeah, of course they do in this one as well, and I don't want to spoil what happens in particular in this book, but this is the one where they're at Uncle Monty's house. After that, I read The Ballad of Mulan. I don't remember who wrote it, but I think it was written in like the 1500s or something like that. It's really old. I don't remember how long it took, but it was like really short. I think you could do it in like less than an hour, maybe like less than half an hour. So I definitely recommend you go read it. It's kind of fun to see where they originated from and where they got their inspiration for the Mulan Disney movie, and yeah, go read it. Then I read The Wide Window by Lemony Snicket. This is the 3rd book in a series of Unfortunate Events, and now the children have arrived at Aunt Josephine, and Aunt Josephine is a grandma Nazi and scared of everything, basically. I do like this and really enjoyed it, but I just don't like Aunt Josephine that much. I feel empathy towards her, but I just don't like her because she's not a good guardian, and she is trying to make the kids feel better, and she bought them presents that they were too old for, and it's kind of sweet that she tried, but I just feel like throughout this book it just turns out that she's not a very good guardian, and yeah. But I do love the whole investigative thing that Klaus does. I'm not gonna say what it is because I don't want to spoil anyone if they don't know, but yeah. And then I read Josiah's Fire by Tani Cullen with Cheryl Ricker. This I read for a very specific reason, and I read it because I'm translating it. So this is written in English and I'm going to translate it into Danish, and I don't know when it will be out, but I think within the year. I think so, it should be. But yeah, like, this was amazing. It's about Josiah, who at 2 get the diagnosis autism, and he loses all of his language. It's not like he has a lot of language, but the words that he can say, he loses that, and he stops having eye contact with his parents and just seems like he's in a different world. And then they try different methods of like trying to communicate with him and trying to better his like abilities to do stuff. Then they are trying to get him to use an iPad, and in that way ask him questions, and he can point to stuff like what he wants and stuff like that. And then one day he's sitting with the iPad and he just writes, "God is a good gift giver," and his mom is just like, what? Because he shouldn't even be able to spell it, but like, it's just amazing. And throughout this book, Josiah gets a lot of messages from God that he writes on the iPad, and sometimes it's for everyone, sometimes it's for specific people speaking into their lives at that moment, and it just touched me, and I could really not recommend this anymore. It also says on the cover, "Autism stole his words, God gave him a voice," and yeah, it's amazing. And the 10th book that I read in 2017 is The Miserable Mill by Lemony Snicket. This is the 4th book in a series of Unfortunate Events. Yeah, I'm gonna be talking a lot about a series of Unfortunate Events because I'm gonna read all of them, and this is only book 4, so there's 9 left. Yay! This is about Violet, Klaus and Sunny arriving at Lucky Smell's lumber mill. They have to work at the lumber mill, which is just horrible for kids having to work at a lumber mill. And of course bad things happen because Count Olaf, and he's just a horrible man. And of course bad things happen because it's a series of unfortunate events, not a series of orphans having a good life after their parents die. So yeah, awful things happen. I really don't know how Lemony Snicket does it, but he makes funny situations in horrible events, and yeah, I really love it. So those were books 6 to 10 of what I read in 2017. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye bye.